Okay, so let's see number 4. So this is kind of, I don't know, don't allow me to write in. What's going on? Should I take other methods to writing on the screen? Okay. To make change, ask the owner to add the access. What's happening to my queue? Why not? Did you guys use the annotation at your side? It's horrible part. I should already said only me can use the annotation. Let me edit it based on here. I don't use the annotation part. I can edit it based on here. Use the drawing tools. I can use maybe something other methodology to save it. It's a very horrible part. Because I cannot well control my screen. I can read only. Who control my annotation? Let's make. It's a very bad experience for me if I cannot write on the screen. Cannot do that. Because it's really, what should I do now? I don't like you guys log it out and log in again. Anyone can you please stop using the annotation part? Show up. Don't let me go down. Next time I will be switch this one. Let me print screen, save this screen, goes to the PowerPoint part, maybe a little bit easier. Let me find another way. Let me find another way to do that work. That's horrible ghost. How can I change? Stop showing. Nice. Let me do something here. Wait. Don't let me to do any notation. Stop sharing. Oh gosh. Anyway, don't worry. Let me do something different way to do the work. I can open my Zoom part and share it on the screen. So use the Zoom part to do the work. Okay, don't worry. Give me some time. I will figure out a way to do it better. You guys can see my screen, right? If you cannot see my screen, please just okay. My screen. Okay, finally can go up here and use this equation. Okay. Um, can you guys see my screen now? Please, can you see my screen now? Okay, all right. So we can use this one right now, a little bit better. Okay, so all right. So we focus number 4. We're too slow today. I'm sorry for this one. Looks like a lot of software have somewhat defect. Excellent. Thank you, Dan. All right. So see number 4. See this part. This is a two system, right? So what's the solution xy to the given system? So actually, this is just find a solution, right? Solution for this part. So since y will already give us, we just need a substitution methods, right? Substitute y to here, right? So please do a little bit quicker than me. I'm a little bit slower sometimes, be honest, right? So you can write x equal 27, x equal -3, right? 1x and -3 only one here, right? So your 4 you can prove here as well. But -3, -3 put it here, -12, and got a -6, right? Definitely 8. So it would be easy for this one, move on, right? Okay, number 5. Actually, Zoom has pretty good. Only limitation is 40 minutes limitation. The rest is super good. I really like Zoom, be honest. I used to. All right, see number 5. Number 5, this equation with absolute here, right? Absolute. When you have absolute equal 0, it means inside have to equal 0. So x equal 10, right? It'll be easy. So this one is super easy one. Like this one questions, you can move on a little bit quicker. All right. Let's see number 6. Number 6, Q. Q equals here. You can see Q equals here. Q equals S R minus 1 square, right? So in this part, they actually let you transfer. Looks like they give you the from the expression like you say R expressed by the rest, right? Sometimes you don't even, if you do a lot of questions, you can easily guess what they are trying to do. Let's go through the question again. Here, make sure we are understand correctly. The given equation relates to the positive number QRS, which equation gives R in terms of Q and S, where R is greater or equal than 0. So it's greater or equal than 1. So make sure this part was greater, right? So with R, we try to use the R express the based on rest variables. So first, definitely Q divided S first, right? And then square root it, right? And then plus 1 more left. So R equals Q over S square root and plus 1. That's it. Is that which one is most close? It's this one, right? This one. So that will be pretty basic knowledge, basic part, how to transfer equations. So in, I think the last classes, we also met the same questions. The expression more complex, right? So you should be able to do this kind of transfer. Okay. Let's see number 7. In the relation between variable x and y, each increase of 1 in the variable x. So this one looks like something like what? Like try to find the slope, right? When the x increase 1, what y increasing, right? So decrease the value of by 2. So it means the slope is what? -2. -2, right? Slope is negative. And when x equals 0, y equals 5. So y-intercept is 0, 5. So we easily can get this expression. We try to find something to match here, right? D, right? D can quickly match. So basically, they are just very basic information here. Okay. Right. Let's see. Let's see. Could move on a little bit. Number 8. Number 8. Parabola. This is parabola, right? An architect is asked to construct an opening in a wall in the shapes of parabola. The blueprint of the architect design is shown. The formula given to us already, right? Formula. The formula is important. So formula you can see here is x minus 8, and we try to transfer here over k, okay? Where k is a constant, can be used to determine the case y. So you can see the x-intercept here is 0, 0, 0, 8, 0, right? So path 2. So when x equal 4, in the, you can see the last kind of, let's see, the symmetric is x equal 4. Well, you use the basketball both in the inside?
No, both is in the trunk.
Okay, all right. So got a key next to the kitchen. All right, so you can see here. So you could I'm sorry for interrupting here. So the opening a horizontal distance x feet from the left side of the opening based on the architecture blueprint was the value of k. So you can see when x equal 4, right? Y is already determined is 8. So we just need to put 4 back in this formula. We can find out k, right? So here is x equal 4, y equal 8. So we put back here. So 8 equal 1 over k, 4 times negative 4, right? So after factor out 4, so you can k got negative 2, right? Did you guys go k negative 2? I'm sorry, maybe not negative. I missed something. There's a negative in front of here, negative in front of here, negative in front here. So it means k equals 2. Yeah, if I miss the details, it's easy to make a mistake. Yeah, so the answer would be B. Okay, I think Max was missing something. Okay, let me send a message to Max again. Max, what's going on with you? We cannot log in. Max will send me a message.
I think you're muted. Sir, I think you're muted.
Okay, sorry for that one. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Can you guys hear me now? Better? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, thank you for someone reminding me. I didn't pay attention to that part. Why? I don't know why it's why initially often set as mute myself. What about now? Can you guys hear me now? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you. This is team. I know earlier I really reluctant change towards team because I'm so good at team kinds of software operation. Okay, let's see number 9. In ISO, this is called the size is the same, right? Two sides is the same kinds of triangle, right triangle. So right triangle, one of them is 90 degrees. And the other two sides was equal to each other. And has a hypotenuse of length of 4 inch. What's the perimeter in inch of this triangle? So pretty easy, right? So first thing, you know this part. So this one related to earlier, we have basic question. When A was B, C, and their relationship, right? A squared plus B squared plus C squared. Oh, everyone know this part. So we can use this information and go to the third side. Third side would be, right, 4 square root 2. I believe you guys can do this one. Right? If this is 1, this is 1, this one would be square root 2, right? 1 plus 1, the 2, and square root 2. And if there are 4, 4 times square root 2. So perimeter would be 8 plus 4 square root 2, right? Looks like misunderstanding. Misunderstanding is backward. The hypotenuse is 4. So actually, I need to change color. Actually, he mentioned is totally different. Here is the this side is 4. If this side is 4, what about this side? So we can do, this goes to the geometry section part, right? If this side 4, if you do a linear line that's perpendicular to this side, hypotenuse, so this side would be 2, right? Split into 2, 2, and this side would be 2 over 2. Still use this relationship between the 3 sides. And this side also 2 square root 2. So these 2 together would be 4 square root 2 plus 4, right? So we got it here. Actually, this one is didn't give our too confusing choice. If they give the choice like 8 plus this one, I maybe pick this one because earlier I misunderstanding. Hypotenuse use 4 inch. I consider the size 4 inch, so would be easy make a mistake. Right. All right. If any questions, please let me know. All right. Okay, let's move on. All right, let's move on. Number 10. Number 10. How many solutions does this equation have? So it looks like this is only one variable. That would be easier, right? So we can get rid of factor out first. Here's 2, here's 1, right? So it became 2x minus 4 equals negative x, negative 4. Just need to be really careful, right? So negative 4 is get out. Negative 4 get out. So x became 3x equals 0. X equals 0. Is it correct? So there's only one solution. Anybody have a different choice? Did you guys have different answers? No. Believe I do. Hopefully I didn't give you a missed guideline. Okay. Is it correct? Exactly 1, right? Exactly 1. You can also answer this way. actually. You can consider this way, because they ask this way. You can consider another way to thinking about it. Here, definitely is most easy way to consider about. Another one we can consider is, you can see here 4x minus 2. You can consider left part is a linear line. Okay, consider right part also a linear line. So the slope of this one is 4, right? The slope of this one is negative 2. So whenever have a linear line or this linear line, the slope is like this, and this one will be like this. They are different to each other. They are not equal. If they equal, will be overlap to each other or perpendicular to each other. I'm sorry, parallel to each other. If they are different, it means they definitely have one intercept, right? So definitely have one solutions. That's the way. So whenever in near future, they will be extending this one a little bit further, something like say x squared plus minus 2 equal something like say x plus 2. And then we'll ask you if they have intercept, if have the solutions. And the best way, yes, you can do here is you can transfer this one into this, right? So you can judge the discriminant, right? Based on b squared minus 4ac. This is discriminant. And b equal negative 1, right? Minus 4ac. So it's 17. So it's greater than 0. So they have two solutions. So two solutions means these two, they somewhat like this. It will be parabola, right? Parabola. And the other one will be linear line like this. You can see this one is parabola, right? Parabola like this. And this one like a linear line. They have one intercept here, one intercept here. A little bit more extended here. So because of this is the easiest way to judge if they have how many solutions. And this is short way to find out if they have solutions. And some of these are a little bit tricky is the parabola. You can see this line, if they are not here, if you move this line down, they just touch here. Potentially only have one solution, but still can judge based on by this called discriminant. If this part will be equal 0 at the moment, that one will be only exactly one solution. If you continue move this line down here, let me draw it right here, and like this, so this parabola and this linear line was separate. They do not have any common point, so will be no solutions. And in this situation, you still can use this discriminant to judge. At that moment, the discriminant will be less than 0. So overall, whatever kinds of methodology they change, there's two things we can do here. One is transfer this one into the quadratic equations, and based on discriminant to find the solution, to find if they have no solution, have only one solution, or have two different solutions. Right. So that's the thing we should care about. So in this part is pretty easy because of both of this linear line. You can find the solution x equals 0. So only one solution. They didn't ask what solution it is. They just ask you how many solutions there. If this two slope is exactly the same, we need to take close look. If there is overlap to each other, they will have infinity solutions. If their slope is same, but the y-intercept is different, which means they are parallel. They have no solutions, right? So just a little detail here. I think it's some of the advanced algebra. I talked about this one, but never mentioned here since a lot of people in our classes is new here. Okay. Let me clear my joints. Oh, it's way much better. So actually, we use the two methods here. We try to avoid the 40 minutes limitation, use the Zoom, but at the same time, use the team. Anyway, it's find out how it works. That's be great. Oh, yeah. So let's find out the number 10 here. See, number 11. Number 11. This is a circle with a linear line which just cut, not exactly cut through, right? Just cut at the edge, but have one common point. That's an interesting drawing. So let's see how to quickly solve this problem. Line K. So line K is tangent. Tangent means only one common point. One common point, just like this ball sit on this line. Or if you put a piece of paper, just like this ball is sit on top, like only one point touch, right? If you take a basketball, put it on the ground, the ball of the ground, only one point touch. And if you cut through the part, you can see this linear line in this circle. That's one common touch. And this part, so the important information, I think some of you are in the 9th grade, maybe learn the geometry as well, but the important information here is if this line, the cut point here, the common point here, they have very specific kinds of character. Is when you have a circle and the cut point, link of these two dots to the center point, this will be 90 degrees. That's critical part, right? So if you extend it, it became extended, just like extended. This is diameter, right? Diameter. All right, so that's basic information. Line K is tangent to the circle with center C. Center C is here, right? At A point here. So you can see this dot, this dot, and this dot. This is the center point of what? Right? As shown. So what's the slope of the K? Hey, you can see, find out what this is a linear line. This is another linear line. They are perpendicular to each other. So they told you that these two dots. So we can find out the slope of here. So we can find the slope of the K, right? So first, so let's find the slope of this line first. Someone joining? I heard sound. Okay. Let's go back here. Right. So, so the slope of this one would be what? Another one was locked out. Or maybe some connection was not so well. Okay, so, all right, so first thing, so connection here, the most important thing is connection here, right? Connection here. So you can see, what's the slope of this part. When you told the two dots slope, how we find the slope? Is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, right? All right, so let's use this yc. So you can say y, yc, ya, xa, right? All right, so slope is -4 minus -5, and xc is -5 minus -7, right? So here is 1, here is 2, so it's half. So you can see this slope is half. So what is this slope? So slope 1 and slope 2 time together equal -1, right? So here is half. So the other one would be -2. You can easily extend here. So that's two knowledge. Let's several information was here. We use the geometry information. We use the perpendicular line information and slope information. That's very good examples. Right? Did anyone do the same as what I did? The choice is A or not? What you guys' choice? It's different. No. Please make some noise, man, everyone. I like to hear you guys' noise.
I got the same thing.
Okay, I think, okay, thank you. I think Dan, you control my annotation. I can read from here. You can say presenters. One is me, the other one is Dan. The rest is attending. Dan, please give your authorization back to me, all right? All right. Here are all my drawings. All right, see number 12. Thank you. Number 12, RT. So this is a function, R, related to T. This is called exponent function, right? The function R gives the predict average rating expressing a number of points in the German Chess Federation database for a player based on the numbers of years T. So if they told you T, the years of T, the player based on numbers of year T, they will find out the rating. The player has participated in professional class tournament. Which of the following represents the predict average rating a player who just entered their first professional chess tournament? So whenever they've just add in, this means at the beginning of 0. Is it correct? The first year they join, the first year they didn't give the year. This T means the numbers of years. So the first year they join in the T would be 0. So it will be B. So this one would be easy. Give a lot of information, but ask very simple questions, right? So T would the first year. Here is the numbers of years, and here is the who just entered the first professional. The first professional doesn't. The number is T is 0, right? So will be goes to here. Answers will be as very complicated question, but a very short answer. Huh? All right, let's go to 13. Alice takes 60 minutes to complete a task on her first trial. The time it takes Alice to complete the task decreased 10% of the previous time of each additional trial. Just like what we try to do, right? Initially, we say, okay, you can spend 120 minutes. Every time we practice, you take less than time out of your time to finish the text. That's be great. That's our objective, actually. All right, approximately how many minutes it will take Alex to complete the task on her fifth trial? All right, let's be fun. Let's be fun. So say first time E is they take 60 minutes. And second time, so we say initially, all right? First time, and second time. And then it's 60 and 54 minutes, right? T3, T4, T5. So this is one equal 54, right? 54 times 0.9, 54.0.9.0.9. And then one more time, right? All right. So you guys can estimate it here. All right. Actually here, you guys can estimate it here. Here is 0.8, 0.81, right? And 0.73, about 0.73. 54 times here. So it's around here, about 35. A little bit more than 35, right? 54 times 0.7, so about 39. Maybe not goes 42. So you can use some calculator. Sometimes need a calculator, right? You guys got it? No? Yes. Did you guys choose the C or choose the D? What you guys choice? No? Anyone give me an answer, please? Let me go back, check, make sure. See now. C. Okay. Oh, Alice. You got it. All right, let's move on. 14. 14, we goes to inequality. All right, so that will be a little bit easier for us. Let me make it a little bit better for the equation to see. Okay, so first, let's see these two linear lines. Actually, two linear inequality. Linear inequality. So first one and second one, right? So let's see. In which of the following table are all values of x and their corresponding values of y solution to the system inequality shown? Well, we need a quick check. So it looks like they give full quick check the solutions here. You can see this. You can see this part here. The A, B, C, D, the x is fixed. They get a fixed kinds of data, right? -2, 0, and 4. So if they give answers, I would suggest to check them quickly. So if they get -2, let's see the 0 part first. 0 easy to answer, right? So y less than 3, y greater than 6 when x equals 0. Let's check this one. Less than 3 greater than -6. What number in here? So b will be taken out. And b will easily to take it out, right? Is it correct? B take it out, and this in, and this still in, this still in, and this one out, this one's still in. What about 0? Let's see the second one. So that one would be, I mean, strategically working on these kinds of methods is to check each of them separately, right? So let's see -2. When x equal -2, so first one, put in here, -2, let's put in here first. Y greater than -7. For the first part, less than 3 minus, right? So you can got something out of here, right? So you can see here y greater than negative. So this one also take it out. This one definitely. This one initially already take out. This second b was taken out, right? And see the third one. So put 4. You can see the x equal 4. When the x equal 4, so y equal, I mean less than, here is 4 is 2 minus 6, right? So y greater than -4. So you can see y less than this number, here is already pretty big number, right? So you can combine these to find all the answers. This kinds of question is a little bit fuzzy because it takes a pretty long time to check each of the letters. I mean the values of y and define the range, right? But we can use the rule out methods to get the solutions. All right, so you can see which one you got it. I know this one, yeah, didn't matter properly. Make it a little bit smaller. All right, so you guys, what do you guys got? So first one we get rid of this one, right? Second one, we get rid of this one, -8, right? The final one we can choose. I think it be between C and D. All right, I didn't give my answers. What's your guys' solution? Anyone have solutions out of your? I need to ask someone. Dan, what's your answer? I don't like you guys to keep quiet behind the screen. Sometimes I like you guys turn on your camera to see the face because sometimes I cannot recognize who you are behind the screen, right? All right, so my answer is D. My answer is D here. right? So last one would be pretty easy. I mean, that's no definitely better strategy. If you graphing this part, definitely okay, but it take way much longer, right? Right, let's move on 15. Which of the following is equivalent to? This one is exponent question. So first, let me rewrite this question, make it a little bigger, make it easier. Okay, so see this one. So we know here is 32 is 5 square root 64 and times, right, in between. So if we want to combine these together, what do we need to do? You guys, what do we need to do? Make they are the same, right? Make they are the same. Or simplify first, and then make sure they are exponent change the same. So let's simplify first. Like this one, we can change it to 2 power 5 and square root. This one is 2 power 6. Right? So we can take 2 square out. And this part we take 2, 5 out here, right? So it actually here became 2, right? Here became 4. All right, so here it became 8. So here you can see here is 4, here's 2, got 8. So what do we need to do next here? Here's 5, here's 2, so we became 10. Right? Here it became 10. So right now we can combine these two together. Okay, 10. Do you guys know, can you guys follow me? Believe you guys can. Believe this is pretty decent, right? Not to change, just need to do some exercise. So answer will be D, right? If your answer is D. If you're different to mine, please bring up. And I need to check through my process as well. I know you guys just too smart people behind the screen. You don't say anything. I wish you guys can give me some response. What's going on there? Okay. Right. A lot of smart guys behind. Right. Let's move on 16. Everyone can hear me, right? Everyone have no concern about the current 15 questions. We try to finish first 20 questions first. Okay. All right. So this is, I believe this is section modules 1. I believe we finish this part first. We can quite slowly. I think this is some of the question pretty challenging, to be honest. If we didn't pay carefully, especially geometry. I think a lot of people concerned about geometry part. Number 16, line K is shown in the XY plane. Line Z, where's line Z? Not shown, not shown, okay, not shown. Is parallel to the K. What's the slope of Z? So if they parallel, the slope is the same, right? So the Z, line Z slope is exactly the same as line K. So what's line K slope? All right, so we can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unit. This move up 1 unit, 1 over 5, 1 over 5. Okay, so they didn't have options, right? So you need to input 1 over 5. Some of you guys input 0 0.2. They should be acceptable both. Hopefully they're acceptable both. And if they didn't mention the format, you can do both of them. 17. The expression. This is 2 terms. So this is actually 1 in the denominator, 1 numerator, right? So after they simplified, equals to C Let's simplify. Let's simplify here first. Let's do it. So A, right? Coefficient is A, 72 over 4A, x power 3. So where C and D, so C will be equal 8, D equal 3, right? That's it. All right. So where C and D are constant in x greater than 0, what's the value of C plus D? C plus D, 11. Right? Did you guys have any concern? Oh, this one pretty easy, right? No take too long time. Thank you. Finally, thank you so much for the response. I really see you guys need your guys respond. All right, 18. That's two of them. What the value of h is solution to the given equation? Hey, this is, I think it's not challenging for everyone. Right? Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, you cannot talk. You can unmute yourself, I believe. All right, let's do quickly. So here is 2.1h plus 6.3 equals 3h plus 2.1. Unable to unmute. You know, I heard someone say yes before I initiate the classes. All right, so please just answer in the chat part. That's be also works. That's be great. All right. Okay, so see this part. So you can got 0.9h. Here got 4.2, right? All right. So both parts divided here. Divide 0.3, 0.3, 1, 14, 3. So h equal 14 over 3. That's it. So let's too easy. This one is, some of them is crazy. It's so easy, All right. Number 19, a cylinder. Oh, we go to a geometry again. Cylinder. In a sphere, both have the same cylinder. Cylinder like this, right? And sphere actually is ball. The basketball, you just imagine basketball, okay? They have the same radius, R, but here has H was didn't write out, right? Okay, the cylinder has the height of H16. Oh, so right now they mention the volume of the sphere is half the volume of the sphere. What's the volume of this one? Right, please keep this in your mind. Right, this is sphere, okay? And this cylinder. So what's the cylinder of? Cylinder, C, I say C, okay? Equal pi r squared times h, right? The sphere is half of the cylinder, so equal, that's half of length. 16, right? All right, so build the equation here. What's the value of R? Okay, so we can get factor out pi, factor 2 of length, and here got 8, here got 2, so R equal 6, right? R equals 6. Of course, they should have a unit, right? So it should be that we don't care about unit here right now, just value of 6. So the only thing here was not told, just like volume of sphere and volume of cylinder. So this one normally, I believe somewhere was give a hint. Let me go to back. I think somewhere a front page at the very beginning they like to give the expression, but I would hopefully you guys can keep this in your mind. Oh yeah, they do have here. You can see the sphere, they have put expression here, cylinder expression here, right? The volume of these two. And also remember this is all these kinds of volume as well. 1/3, right? This 4/3 pi square cubic, pi r cubic. So keep that in mind. Make sure you can remember them properly over time. So when you never use it, so you can use it freely, right? Let's go back down here, 19. So this part, when you have this one in your mind, you can just use it right away. Right? Okay, see, last one. Hey, go back to the quadratic equations. Look at quadratic equations. They touch pretty many questions, right? In the given equation, B and C are constant if they told you one of these two numbers already, two expression already. Okay, so if they give this one and this one, we know in these kinds of expression, the solutions x, or suppose the perpendicular this part, I mean discriminant b squared minus 4ac is greater or equal than 0, x is negative b plus minus, right? b squared minus 4ac. I believe you guys already remember very clearly. So here a is 1. We'll replace here with 1, right? So here actually is 2. Okay, so first one is 18. So this one should be divided 2. So first x1 would be 9, right? And then second one would be 5, right? So x1, x2, got it? So this one will be divided into like this, right? So we can get x squared minus 14x plus 45 for 0. So what's possibly value of x? Oh no, we do too much, right? So x would be one of them is 9, the other one is 5. That's it. One possible value of x. So we already give 2 of them. So you can pick any of them. Right? So 5 or 9. That's all. That's all. I think the question for overall is not challenging. The only question just like how you can easily to use the knowledge we ever learned. I think the majority of here partially is geometry. The majority is still algebra 1. You can imagine that the majority is algebra 1, right? Algebra 1 is critical. So I think today I prepare pretty many topics I like to talk, but it looks like every time is too short. I wish I can take additional time to finish them. Let's see if we can talk a little bit about this part. Quadratic inequality, I think partially of one of the question was talked about here, right? Talk about here. Let's go to what's just quick question here. Do some quick example here. Something like say in absolute value. Absolute value. I think one of earlier question we do have talked about here. Let's see this one. Whenever absolute value, when we know this part, when we ever do this part. So suppose here is greater 0. So x have two solutions, right? One is positive a, one is negative a, right? When you put it here, absolute value will be equal a. So when x greater than a, you can got two solutions, right? One is greater than a, one is less than negative a, right? We can go graphing here. But when x then less than a, there will be goes to x is in between this, right? In between this. So the same to the greater equal, or less than equal, right? Less than equal. So this is a very basic part you need to keep in mind whenever have these kinds of equality. So whenever have the equation like this, you should do first thing, consider this is a unit, big unit, try to get rid of absolute value, right? So will be transferred into one of them greater equal than 3, or, right? Or here actually say or x less than negative 3. Don't confusing. Don't make a mistake here. Mistake here is sometimes I thought someone say greater equal than negative 3 or x less than, x less than negative positive 3. So let's be totally wrong. Just bigger than the bigger one, smaller than the smaller one. All right, smaller one. So you can got here is a greater equal than 4 is x less than -2. Oh, right. When you do the graphing, it would be pretty easy. Just like say, this is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, so absolute value, you say x less than 3. So you got x less than 3 or greater than -3 in between -3 and +3, right? And with the not including the terminal point, right? So and when they have extended version, something like this one, first we consider this unit as a big unit. Try to move everything first. We move everything first, like something like this one, right? So we move the -4 to here, both sides plus -4, right? And both sides divide -3. -3, but this one change direction, right? So you can go to became 2x plus 1 less than -6 over -3. So actually it's 2, right? 2 will become 2. So will be changed right now. You get rid of the absolute value. One of them is 2, the other one is greater than -2, right? So in between these two. And right now to do the 3 sides called left, middle, right, 3 sections, and to do the same transform. And 3 sides -1, and 3 sides divide 2, and the middle part will transfer into the x, right? Transfer into the x. So will be good solution at level. And for this part, this is very typical. This is I want to emphasis here. Let me clear all drawing. See the number 3. Everyone can take your notebook and write down this kinds of question. This is maybe do the ACT text will be do this part. ACT text potentially do this kinds of question. All right, recall this one. So you can see actually this part actually you can you can see what data in between came between 2 and 5. So suppose, so first question goes to if x minus 1 greater equal than 0, equal greater than 0, we can get this part first, right? We could change it into like this. So x will be less than 6, greater than 3. All right, so x should be greater equal than 1. But here, definitely x greater equal than 1 can meet all the requirements under here, right? Under here. So it means initially this one can make sense. And second part, if x minus 1 less than 0, so the internal part here became changed into like this, right? When we get the absolute, less than 5, greater than 2, like this. So here means x should be less than 1. That's basically requirement. Okay, and then to finish this kinds of equality in both 3 sides -1, and 3 sides times -1. Times -1 need to transfer alligator mouth, right? So it's x in between -1 and -4. At that time, x should be less than 1. Of course, sure, here it's definitely less than 1. All the data in this one less than 1, right? Because 1 is right here. So you have the 2 solutions, right? 2 solutions. Well, that's the one. So that'll be easier. And hopefully you can, I will send this one, let you do it one more time. Please do some practice about this kinds of equality with absolute. Sometimes a little bit confusing, Take a little bit longer time. All right, let's see number 4. Number 1. This just like, because of earlier, number 1, number 2, number 3, only one variable inside absolute. Right now we have 2, one outside, one inside. Well, so give you kinds of more challenging, right? This is go to algebra 2. You guys maybe met these kinds of questions. So well, what we should do here? What we should do? How we solve these kinds of questions? You can use the graphing method. That's why sometimes we can use the analytical. Sometimes we use the graphing methods. Let's use this one, graphing methods. And that's why I prepare here. Let's make it a little bit easier. So consider this part, how to graphing. So suppose this one is x, y equal this part. Do you know how to graphing this one? I believe most of people can do that. So y equal x plus 1 when x greater equal than -1, right? -1 here is positive, right? When x less than -1, here became negative x. -1, right? That's graphing here. So first one will be like this. The y-intercept is 0, 1, and here is -1, 0. And this part actually is only this one. If you extend it, you can see here the y-intercept is 0, -1, and here's -1, 0. So this is y. This is y equal absolute. So all the data is greater than 0, right? You can see here. Intercept. And so what about this part? So y equal x plus 4. So it's can right. This is also another linear line. So let's transfer a little bit further. Y equal half x plus 2. So y-intercept here is 0, 2, right? And here is -4. -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. -4, 0. -4, 0, and 0, 2. -4, 0, and 0, 2. So you can graph like this. So we can find the intercept, where will it be, right? So the objective here is to see this part above this part. So you can see here, this area and this area will be above this line. The rest here is below this part, including this intercept. So we can need to consider 2 of them. So I will leave this as question for you guys to do your homework, okay? All right. Right now, I think we pretty much, I like to introducing more, but there's a lot of question. I know math, a lot of details. Each question, each small topics, they extend a lot. They can extend a lot, just like how far we should go. But current at the moment, I wish you guys can focus on SAT. If you guys feel too easy, I can send you guys ACT questions as well. But I don't like to give you guys too much challenge during summertime. We just relax and just do one practice, make your skill a little bit sharpened. All right. I think that's okay for all for today. Let me see. Have any questions for your part up to now? Anyone have questions? No? Okay. I can stop here. Okay, so